Hey, chronic pain warriors, how are you doing today? So I want to talk to you about how to beat chronic pain. Yes, it's going to be a story time, but by the end of this, you will see how you can apply the tools that I am giving you through these lives on this page through my programs so that you can live well. Let's face it, chronic pain is horrible. When you think of chronic pain, you think of being miserable, having to say no to a lot of things, having to say, yes to things that you might not want to do. Maybe it's a prescription, whatever it is, but you aren't really fully getting out, living your life, enjoying your life, doing all the things. So that brings me to this last weekend. I went out on a camping slash off-roading adventure. Over the last few months, I have been in a chronic pain treatment program, which has helped me bring more tools to you. So in the last 5 weeks, I've learned to kind of stand up for myself. A lot of people that suffer with chronic pain also are chronic helpers, meaning we help everyone. We put our needs last. We push ourselves so hard that we go from a good day to multiple bed days. If you haven't heard from me before, a bed day is what I consider a bad day. One of those days that everything in your body hurts. So what I can honestly say from that treatment program, I walked in like this, closed off, moping, and we watched the video from the first day of class to the last day of class. On the last day of class, one of my friends looked at me and said, "Oh my goodness, you look like you've lost 20 pounds. And I was like, okay, I've lost a little bit of weight because I'm moving more and I'm eating better, but I haven't lost 20 pounds. So what made that difference? Standing tall, standing proud, being open, being hopeful. With chronic pain, a lot of times we feel hopeless. We feel like we're not able to do the things that we want to do. We feel like we are stuck saying no. But I'm going to challenge that. Because again, this last weekend on a camping trip and a 4x4 off-roading adventure, I did all the things. Even with my angry toddler shoulder, with my back pain, with the fibromyalgia flare-ups, I was able to really enjoy myself. How did I do that? One, I learned to speak up for myself. Normally, when we go up into the snow country at our ranch, I sit in the middle of the truck, which is because I'm the shortest, there's a console there, my knees hit my chest, and I have to sit there between 30 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on how far back we go and how bad the roads are. Well, about 20 minutes in, I noticed that my hip was starting to really be uncomfortable. Instead of sucking it up like I would normally do, because, you don't want to be that person that's like, hey, I need something, I said, we need to stop. I need to do a Chinese fire drill. You know what? They stopped. Everyone thought it was great. And the people that were with us ran around the truck with me and said, this feels good. So we ran one direction, the other direction, and then I got back in. So I was able to stretch out of that position because it's a very uncomfortable position. Even though I'm short, I'm not short enough. So I did this a few times on the way up and the way back. And guess what? No one cared. I stopped caring about what other people thought and started putting my needs first. You know what that did for me? By the time we got to the snow, instead of being in so much pain and so scrunched up and being stuck there for, hours on the way up, I was able to play in the snow, like fully play in the snow. I even did some few yoga moves because I stood up for what I needed. I checked in with my body. 8 weeks ago, before all these classes started, I would have never checked in with my body. So check in and speak up. Sometimes saying no or speaking up is what you need. And that was the second point, is that I don't say no often. I say yes to everything, and I say yes even when I know my body is not prepared for things. But over the weekend, they went out for an early morning ride, and my body just did not feel up to it. I felt like I needed to, sit back at camp, relax, regenerate, and let my body heal from the 3 previous days of going off-roading and hiking and yoga. So I did. I told them, no, I am not going. Everyone went off. I stayed in camp. I enjoyed my few hours to myself. They enjoyed their few hours out, gave my body the moment to recharge. And then I was able to go out in the evening, in the afternoon, and guess what? I actually drove the little side-by-side, which is not something I normally do because I freak out about my shoulder freezing up or being in too much pain or not being able to do it because it doesn't have power steering, it doesn't have power brakes, it has power nothing. It is a beast. But you know what? I did it. And I did it for like 2 hours. And I had fun. But at the end of the 2 hours, I knew that I still had to drive back. I knew my limitations. And I stopped. And I let someone else drive. So that's one of the biggest takeaways that I can possibly tell you is check in with your body. It's okay to say no. It's okay to make other people have to wait. You don't always have to be first. And if you're a hiker and you're like, I don't want to go hiking with people, take a camera with you. Because if you don't want to say, hey, I'm in pain and I need to stop, you can say, I'm going to take a photo. Heck, you can just stop and take a photo. Someone else is going to look at whatever you're taking a picture of and find it interesting. Because a lot of the times we put our head down and we just keep going. We keep our heads down, we keep going. But that stop for that photograph is a time that you can take to breathe, to release the tension from hiking. Just like that Chinese fire drill in the truck. Stop, take the moment, run around the truck, stretch things out so that when I got to our destination, I was able to enjoy our destination. And it's a matter of understanding that no is okay. I know a lot of us are chronic people pleasers. A lot of us have invisible pain, invisible illness, and it's hard to let people know. But you don't have to come out and say, I'm in pain, we need to stop. I just said, I need to stretch, let me out. Chinese fire drill, have to move. That's all I said. I didn't have to go into details about, oh my gosh, my hip was hurting, my leg was twitching, my foot was falling asleep, I felt like crap, I was like miserable. I just said, Chinese fire drill, I need to stretch. Nobody cared. It was that simple. And it can be that simple. And there are so many tools that will keep it that simple. That is an excellent example of the power of 2 exercise that I have. The 2 activities, sitting in that truck and the Chinese fire drill, 2 activities. My pain level went up, found a way to use the second activity, was able to pace myself so that when I got there, I was able to enjoy it. The same with that morning that I took off from going out on the rides. Pacing, I took some time to myself. If you're interested in the power of 2 and how it can work for you, I would love to share that with you. So you can check it out at jdragonette.com/2, TWO. Or if you want to put in the comments, I want to know in the comments, if you are willing to say no today, give me no. I want you to write the words NO. That's it. Put in the comments, no. Practice saying no so that you can check in with your body, enjoy your life, not push so hard that you can't do the things, and live the life you love. Because it is time for you to stop dragging that chronic pain around with you and start living the life you love, fully energized, fully charged, raring to go, and with a good time. So I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.